Live at the door. All right. All right, you're good. You go inside.
Good morning. I have two friendos who I love very, very dearly. They are I got Kristian and Joey from Buddy Bench. What's up, you guys?
Howdy.
Hey, howdy.
Hello. Okay, so it's been the last time I talked to you was like in the beginning of this podcast, like life or like early last year or like mid last year. Amoxicillin had just come out, and now like we've done a split together.
Yes,
We've like
sir.
we're like involved with a lot of stuff. Like you guys are like one of my best friend bands. Like I
Aw.
fucking love you guys.
I'm wearing the shirt right now. You can't see it, but I got my 95 Corolla shirt on.
Fucking let's go. So tell me like kind of what the last year's been like for y'all, because it's been, last time we talked, like it was you guys were, just kind of coming out with stuff and, post EP, like things are, y'all playing some cool stuff with in Denver.
Yeah, I mean, last time we talked, like we were putting shit out, but I feel like we didn't really even enter the Buddy Bench real band arc yet. We
That's a
just
real thing.
yeah.
That's
We were
real.
we were plugging away at that EP. After we recorded that episode, I think is when we asked to have you do guest vocals for us. I don't even think that was in the works at the
Yeah,
time.
I think at that time it was just like you and I were just meeting, and like I wanted to get like some really new bands on the pod, and that's where we became buds. I was like, this is like the easiest shit in the world. And I think because of Persona, it was like immediately like
It
we're
all comes
buds.
back to
It
Persona.
all comes back to Persona, man. It's I think when Persona 3 came out, the reload, it was we immediately talked about it and just gelled on that. And that was like, okay, cool. So we're like into the same fucking shit. And also
Yeah.
straight up, Kristian has the best fashion sense of anyone in DIY. I will fucking die on that hill. Even if you tweet that you are dressed like a lesbian or
It's always
like
making me look bad. I'm getting sick of it.
so yeah, it was right after we recorded that you reached out to me about, doing some guest vocal stuff, and I'm really happy with like I love that song. I love the EP first of all. Like let's just
Appreciate it.
get that
Thank you.
fucking out there. Like from Venus to Crempod, like the whole thing is like um incredible. Like where did Dibs on First Rips come from?
So it was kind of a thing. We were in a band together back in high school, which I kind of mentioned briefly on the last
Uh-huh.
time we were on the pod. So it was me, Joey, and then my two other roommates, Chase and Connor.
Yeah,
We
someone posted a picture
yeah,
recently of all four of you, like at a fair or something.
I think that was at the
It
like a
was
Prince Daddy free throw
free throw
show.
and Prince Daddy show, yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, so Chase, our buddy, just always had like four vapes for some reason. And like in high school, he would drive us everywhere because he's like the most like grown out of all of us. He had a car and like all that stuff. So we'd race to the car and be like, whoever gets to the car first gets first rips. And we'd all just
Oh, fun.
bum off this dude.
Yeah. Bro bro had that thing on him back in high school, that big ass mod.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. But he was blowing O's and like, doing sick clouds and shit.
Oh, the fattest clouds.
The
The
fattest
fattest
of
of
Always.
clouds.
Yeah, that's
Right. Well,
really
that's
it.
cool. I
There's
like that because there's
yeah.
something like um there's something I feel like or first EP stuff I feel like is kind of there's a little bit of like childish-ish with it. Like
Right.
I feel like that there has to be like it's like the precursor to like who you are now, where it's like I want to show you
Right.
where I was. And I think that is kind of like I wonder how many more examples I could find of that. Because like we did the same thing, with the 95 EP. It was like the Loud Fast Sad EP. It was like this punk skate thing, and it was just like whatever. And I feel like that there's kind of like uh y'all's record for, in name alone has like this really nice like throwback to this old thing that y'all used to do, but the quality of the songs, like it feels like you released like 5 songs off of an album. Like that's what's so good about like this EP, is that it feels just so fleshed out.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's like with the first release, I kind of wanted to get all like the breakup kind of emo shit out of the way, just so like when we decide to do something a little ambitious, it's something that I I figured I would just be a little more proud in investing like into a full length. It's like
Hmm.
kind of get the more juvenile kind of loves breakup songs out of the way first and foremost.
Juvenile is totally the word I was wanting to look for. Childish is not it. Like juvenile is like, I want to make sure that it's like, it is, first of all, there's nothing childish about the record. It's about this is a really grown up, like sounding, project from its first like release and probably onward. It's just, I mean, this isn't, there's nothing. I feel like a lot of people lean into like a punk thing when they start stuff, and like that happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people, where y'all decided to go, hey, we're gonna start off with like shit in 7/8, like just like doing like the goofiest time signatures. And like, Kristian, you're such a talented guitarist to be able to, if anyone's caught Buddy Bench live or seen the videos, it's amazing what you're able to sing and play at the same time. And Joey, you're like I have no idea actually like how old you are, but it's like you've been playing like music for just so long, both of you.
Uh, yeah, I'm 22. I started playing drums when I was 6.
Well, you
Uh,
see, that
yeah,
makes sense. It's almost 20 fucking years. So
yeah.
that is pretty sick. That makes a lot of sense.
But even then, I
Uh,
mean, there's
yeah,
still
you
some
go.
stuff I struggle with. Like Christian, we have a new track we've been working on that's got a part in 11/8, and I hear that for the first time, and I go, man, what the fuck? What are we doing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Christian, you're such an asshole for that.
I
Ah,
know it's
oh
so
my
bad.
God.
When we were getting Ryan from Place for Owls to play bass for us, it's just like learning those parts. He's like, "What the fuck, man? Like, why would you write this like this? It's not even like
This isn't fun anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, Buddy
There's
Bench
just
yeah."
enters its asshole music arc.
Right.
Yeah, I like the concept of like Buddy Bench just like diving into like their prick era. Like it's like we're not even buddies anymore, man. Like
Right.
there's just something really there just really interesting just about, first of all, your writing style is um it feels all over the place, and it also feels like really precision. There's so much precision with the notes, and like you want to the complicatedness of everything is definitely on purpose. And like I think that y'all, the stuff that you're talking about specifically in your music as well is reflected well. Like the complicated stuff, specifically like in The Observant, it's a complicated lyrically song about the stuff that's happening, and it's also a complicated like arrangement of music. Is that something you think about, where you're like, I want to make complicated feels lyrically and complicated music just to kind of reflect that?
I mean, I will say I feel like I definitely just do have an inclination to get a little proggier because I grew
Hmm.
up on like Dream Theater and shit. But
Hmm.
I feel like a sign of maturity in my songwriting over the last couple years is learning to take a step back and be more pop sensible. It's like Venus, for example, is just I kind of wanted to like open the kind of breakup emo EP with something that's kind of just like a poppy kind of breakup song. But
Yeah.
I guess yeah, just being intentional with the way the music sounds itself. I really wanted to like marry into the lyrics, just like I guess skip forward to the very end of the EP, Venus and Crempod being kind of like sister songs. I feel like it's a pretty cohesive EP, but Venus and Crempod really kind of sum up most of what I wanted to say with it. But
Hmm.
like after like a certain part in Crempod where it starts to like get a little too like a little too naive and immature and kind of breakup song and almost kind of like entitled. I wanted to like hit the like evil chord progression to like kind of be like,
Yeah.
oh, this is like I don't know. It's something that I am pretty deliberate about, I guess.
So is there anything about the arrangement of the songs, like obviously you know you wanted to have kind of like the emo breakup song TM trademark thing, possibly like at these beginning and end like bookmarked. Is there anything that you wanted to make sure that you were trying to convey, not only with just the arrangement, but with just, you know, this is your EP? What were the things you were trying to convey about who Buddy Bench is?
Oh yeah, I've been waiting a minute to actually kind of dive into the EP on kind of like a narrative sense.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like, you know, the three middle tracks are mostly just like the arrangement of them doesn't matter too much. It was mostly just a pacing thing.
Hmm.
But I feel like emo music, it definitely has a tendency to not really have too much to say, and that's not necessarily bad. But I definitely was like, upon like revisiting a lot of the stuff we were listening to in high school, like a lot of like the kind of Fredo disco, like that sort of stuff. It's just I couldn't help but kind of feel this like immaturity and this almost entitlement in a lot of those songs, and I wanted to like almost make like an anti emo breakup EP. So it's I guess the Evangelion sample at the end of Doll is pretty salient there because I kind of wanted to
Yeah,
make like the Evangelion of breakup emo EPs where it's like, all right, we reeled you in. This is something you enjoy and listen to, but don't get too caught up in it. And like it's almost like this meta narrative of like, hey, this can be better and you can have a healthier way of thinking about, you know, the way we relate to
that's
one another.
when it comes to the things that you're trying to get away from. Like, I don't know what Fredo Disco is. I've never heard of them. So I'm actually really excited to kind of like have you break down like this thing that you found so um that you wanted to like ricochet away from and show that the antithesis of that thing. Describe what you mean by like the thing that you were running away from this like outside of like that band.
Right. I mean, I think just with a lot of these kind of like relationship or like breakup centered emo records, it can kind of breed a lot of unhealthy mindsets when it comes to like interpersonal relationships. And I can't help but like revisit a lot of these kind of like weedmo, breakup emo songs and kind of pick up on almost this like sense of like entitlement and like lack of really self-reflection, and it's kind of just like a pity party bummer woe is me type deal.
I
And
completely agree.
yeah.
I think that you, like you keep bringing up this concept of entitlement, and like I really am vibing with that, where it doesn't feel like there's actual any self-reflection. It's just like you're just spitting, like spit out your feelings, sure, but like it comes, there is consequences as a listener for that.
Right.
Like there are, that isn't, you know, there are so many more feelings after that. And just because you're, you know, capturing the light, the, you know, it's not the lightning in the bottle, it's like the tears in the bottle. Like just capturing that is, you're not capturing like the actual, you know, all of the grief. Like, and
Right.
I think that that's important, where you have to capture as much of the grief as possible. So that means you have to show you changing as well. And I think that you're absolutely right. In a lot of that stuff, it doesn't show any change. It's just showing like what that page of the book or that page of the chapter looks like.
Right. So it's kind of one of those things. Like there's a lot of songs where like I mean Venus, I guess, is like our take on like the crystallization of that sort of deal where it is kind of just this like woe is me sad love song, and I guess the beginning of Crempod too is like that, and almost like a much like right off the bat kind of angrier edgier sort of like lens, but I guess halfway through Crempod is almost like this revelation, and it like softens down and gets a little more like somber and like more reflective, and I feel like the lyrics in the second half of Crempod are almost everything that I wanted to say with the EP, and I guess about a lot of those those songs that I grew up listening to, but just felt that it was important to say more than something like that. I guess like
I think
I
that's really
wanted.
cool.
Venus to me always felt like the safe song. Like it was for the people that don't really like emo music but want to support our band.
That too. That too.
Yeah.
This was almost your pop song. Like this
Yeah,
was like
kinda.
this is your like America pop. Like I want my broadest audience with the thing that you can make to like that as if like that's you. It's kind of interesting. Like you wanted to make sure that you didn't come off as gatekeepy because you get a
Right.
little proggy and stuff. So you're like, okay, at the beginning of this record, we're gonna open up with like something pretty. Everyone's gonna like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And like
I,
even like compositionally for Venus, like there's some weird stuff going on and like some kind of like weird voice leading stuff and weird inversion stuff, but I wanted to keep it like super poppy, have a very clearly defined like top line melody at all times. Yeah, just kind of be like an accessible kind of pop forward song.
Yeah, I think it works. I just know that after talking to you and like seeing y'all work on this for like probably a year,
A
Way
like
too
year.
long.
y'all
Yeah.
worked on this for so long, and it's just you can tell. Like the production is there. There's so much small stuff too. Like that's what I really love about like it's not just what guitar one on the left, guitar two on the right. Seeing all this, the drums spread out exactly, and then it's like verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, and chorus second time, and it's in half time. It's like you decided to like first of all subvert so much. There's so much like you bringing up Evangelion is like this is you've just kind of put like the frame of reference that unlocks this whole record.
It comes up a lot on the EP from me having never seen it.
That's
Right.
you've never seen it. God, you just need to see it. Everyone just needs to see it.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
That's what I've been
that's what
saying
they
for
tell me.
years, man.
I'm too
it's
busy playing Tekken for 8 hours a day and hating my life.
dude, that's you need to play with Mikey again.
Oh yeah, we played Melee and Rivals a while ago when that came out. I've been
God
meaning to hit
damn.
him up.
Yeah, actually, Mikey's been like he's trying to get his shit back in with Melee because I think at Coachella someone's gonna bring some Melee things. He's trying to get his chops up.
Oh,
But
Damn.
but I digress. As much as I want to fucking yap about fucking rifles and Melee, like Evangelion is a really really good way because there's so much subversion in that show in itself where it's like, hey, this isn't your father's mecha show. Like this is not your early 2000s emo band. Like that's
Right.
exactly how you guys kind of subverted everything. And from the get-go, I think that it's actually really interesting. Have you thought about like whatever you do next? And we'll talk about that split. That was just obviously really, really fun. But the next kind of project that you're working on, do you feel like is this going to be LP1 or is this going to be like EP2?
It's gonna be EP2.
Mhm.
We have a couple tracks that we're sitting on right now. We're playing live, and we quite like them a lot. But I don't know. I guess as I'm gonna put on my lead songwriter hat here, and I don't see a way where I can like put them together in a way that's very cohesive. I want LP1 to like be very like tight, very tightly constructed, have like a very solid through line. And I feel like EPs are just kind of the way where it's like there's a little less stakes to have everything ironed out and glued together. It can kind
Mhm.
of just be fun throwing shit at the wall.
There's something about like I always think of it as like the short film versus like the feature length.
Right.
There's something really short films I feel like can be like way more raw, like where you can do the in media res and then have it end ominously where the EPs can kind of feel the same way. I think the concept of less stakes for EP is something that people need to be talking about more. 1,000,000%. And it's not that these are like it's not that EPs are like the stuff like while you were writing the LP, the EP that is like not B-sides from that. It's like, hey, this can be a cohesive thing as well. It just can be less intentional and more just like, we fucking like this. Even if there is through line stuff, the stakes are less, and it can be just like, we fucking love this shit.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I want to give Kristian his flowers for a second. Buddy Bench is Kristian. Like, I'm practically a touring member at this point. When he said he was the lead songwriter, he wasn't kidding. Like, he puts in so much work, and he deserves all the credit for everything that comes from this man. I just wanted to slip that in.
Dude, first of all,
you're the master, like the mastering engineer of songwriting. Like, you take the last bit and you polish it up, and you tell me that no, that's stupid. You're an editor, and I love
that's
it,
most of my job. Yeah, I give notes on mixes.
I think that is an important, integral part of the band, Joey.
Yeah,
exactly.
it is.
Like, it's the art dealer versus the art, right? It's like, you can have the artist and the art, and then someone's gonna say, hey, listen, this won't sell.
Yeah,
this needs to be this thing. You need to kind of twist this here, change these shades, change the arrangement of everything. You are integral. You are 5% integral. And that 5% is important.
And sometimes I play drums.
Yes.
Right.
I love, first of all, y'all's dynamic is like, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. Like, it does not fucking matter. Like, this isn't a democracy anymore. It's you guys have a system, whatever it is, it works. Everyone can kind of tell, just like from this record. I feel like people are itching to hear more. And I'm glad that, like, it's so funny, like, speaking of the split that we did, which took a year to come out.
Right, yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. I'll just never forget, like, I went on this cruise with my family, and I brought my phone, and I was able to download like a bunch of music beforehand on my phone, but like, you'd have to pay for Wi-Fi, so I was like, okay, I'll just have whatever I want. For some reason, it only like kept one record downloaded.
Oh.
And it was it's Jimmy Eat World's Futures. And so that was it. That's all I listened to for like a full week. Like, I think according to my Scrabbles, like, I listened to that record, like, I listened to songs from that record like 300 times, just over and over and over again. And I felt just like, I kind of got lost in the sauce when it came to just that record and falling in love with just that record. Because I'd listened to the middle like my whole life. And then this was kind of my first foray into like more Jimmy Eat World. And I heard that it was like the 20th anniversary of the middle last year, or like the 25th. And I was like, oh, fuck, we should do something. I want to get it. And like, people are talking about comps. It's the beginning of the year. I want to reach out to a bunch of people. And I reached out to y'all. You're like one of the first people that I've ever reached out about. And I was like, let's fucking do this. And we both picked our songs. And like, I tried to get a bunch of others to do it. And like, a bunch of people said yes. And then like, slowly those fizzled into actual no's. And then we made those songs. And then by like fucking March, April, and did nothing with it.
Sat on them.
Just sat on them forever. I kind of forgot about it. I totally just was like, yeah, we did that, oh, wow, Buddy Bitch and I, we fucking did this cool thing, but like, oh, we're busy doing this other stuff. We had this record to do, and y'all had your own shit to fucking put out. And then when A Place for Owls and Broken Record, like, dog, would they put that, like, first things first, Ben, I'm talking to you. I'm straight talking to you right now. I reached out to you. And you said, oh, we're already doing a compilation. You did a split, my dog. You did a split. And maybe the same thing happened where it was just like a bunch of people said yes and then ended up saying no. And then you guys just did 2 songs each. That is hilarious. I just wish we had talked about it more. I remember DMing Ben and going like, dog, Buddy Bench and I did these songs. And they were like, oh, he was like, oh, fuck. We should have fucking like talked about it. And I was like, is it okay if I just release it as the other Jimmy Eat World split? And he goes, if you don't, I'm going to be mad at you. And so
I love the title. The second place split was so funny.
Dude, it was so dude, I'm so happy that we were able to do like the second place split and like the other Jimmy Eat World thing. It was just so much fun to like, first of all, it's really interesting to see y'all take, which is, I would say, like a top 50 almost pop song of all time. The Middle is like a pop song. It was written to be a pop song. It's like perfect pop rock distilled to its core. And y'all love to go away from that to like specifically like to see y'all do that kind of music and like kind of embrace the poppiness of it and then still subvert it in your own ways where you're like, I have to fucking Buddy Bench it a little bit. It was wonderful. What a wonderful version of The Middle that y'all did.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I fucking loved your version as well.
Yeah,
it was just such a fun
Bleed
split.
American was so good.
Dude, there's just something about like just big guitar stuff that I feel like I think that I want to be over big guitar, but I feel like it keeps crawling back to me. Where like as much as I want to be out and like do something more reverby and all that stuff, like there's just something about having a big fucking moment.
Your inner 12-year-old will always
dude
win.
Yeah, man, my inner 12-year-old is always just like we're gonna bump the BPM by 20 and I want to slow down, but my body like my body wants to slow down and my brain's like, no dude, it just sounds so much better if it's faster.
Right.
And Bleed American was, I will say, one of the weirdest songs to make, or at least to cover, because learning how to do that, I'm not sure how that fucker plays that piece. Because if you see him live and he's playing those chords like da 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 like that like fucking those two notes that he's hitting is like one of the weirdest things. Like no one is able to play that actually except for him. Yeah. I don't know how he figured it out. Mikey was like the same way, just like, how do I fucking do this? And so like that's kind of like we're gonna take this in our own way, and that's like that part is even like a little bit softer just in the recording. And it's great. I love it. But that split was just what a blast to do that with y'all. I wish that more people just did stuff like that. And like we raised money for a cool thing. And I think we like, free Palestine forever. And we did, this was so long ago that we did that. I think we sent it to, did you guys remember where we sent the money to? PCRF. Shout out PCRF. That was super dope that we were able to do that. I'm just really happy. When it comes to like, I'm glad that we were able to do that with APFO as well. Just like it felt cool to like be in their space. They're just like the nicest dudes ever.
For real. Oh my God.
We love APFO.
Tell me more about like what it's like playing now that y'all have like, burst out of the shell. Are y'all like, is y'all trying to play more shows, or are you, Nick, you're a bassist for real now, or are y'all trying to get a new bassist? Like, what is kind of like the rest of the year for Buddy Bench?
I mean, yeah, Ryan is pretty much our bassist for real now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
one
it
of
was
those
Ryan,
things,
not
like,
Nick.
Yeah. Nick just plays like tiny little twinkles for APFO.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Who is Nick Weber?
Who is he? Who is that?
People have been asking.
But Ryan playing bass for y'all, that's so sick that he agreed to do that. Like, does that feel like everything's like rounded about? Like, cool, we don't have to worry about that?
Yeah, it's definitely there's a little less stress on us. I will say it wouldn't hurt if we were to get a second guitar player for live stuff as well. I feel like we pulled pretty much everything off except Crempod. That song needs a second guitar player. We tried doing it just playing like the little like lead melody with tracks, but I don't know. Just I think we need another guitar player, but
We're
a lot
also-
of weight off our shoulders in that regard.
We're also kind of in a weird position where we've talked about how much we would love to have more members, but so much of our branding is the fact that it's just us two right now.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, kind of we gotta figure that out.
Yeah, that's major rebrand. We need like a simplified like corporate logo.
Yeah, it's you guys should like do like a video announcement that it's no longer like it's not Buddy, like it is Buddy Bench, but it's like now Buddy's Bench.
Plural, yeah.
Bench gets longer.
It's just like it just gets longer, and like it's like someone like it's you guys sitting down at a table with the suits on, and then just like Ryan comes to sit next to you and goes like that's it. And by the way, there's another one. Like I think when we I had to kick someone out of the band at one point, and like so I had to announce like a new bassist, and like or I even had to announce it going from like 3-piece to 4-piece. Just fucking do it. And like everyone knows that the band changes, and the branding is it is YouTube, but the branding is also Buddy Bench is awesome and can do whatever they want.
Buddy Bench is all.
Buddy Bench is all
Buddy Bench encompasses
all Buddy, all Bench.
Do a Smash Bros. Ultimate. Everyone is here.
Everyone, yeah. You should do the new character. A new what is it? A competitor has arrived.
Something
Depends
like
on
that.
the game. They're all different.
It's perfect. It's so perfect. But I wanted to play a song from y'all. What song would y'all want to play?
Talked about doing The Observer by Kristy Garrett featuring Buddy Bench.
Right.
No. It is totally I added just like I just had fun with it. Like I'm excited. I'll totally play it. But like straight up, I worked with y'all. Like it is totally The Observer with just this some oohs and ahs. Like that is it. Like your song works great without it. And it was an absolute pleasure to do some vocals on this one as well. So without fucking further ado, here's Buddy Bench's The Observer.
Now that I'm grown
That was the Observer. Dogs, thank you so much for fucking coming on and doing this dumb little podcast with me. I'm glad that
Thanks for having us.
a year later we get to like come and like still do this. And I need to get my ass out to Denver. Y'all need to get to Nashville.
For real.
I just want to fucking hang out and play video games with you guys.
Yeah, we got to get you out here, rip some deans, and shoot some.
I just want to do a first rip with my friends. I want Dibs on his first rip. All right, listen, you guys fucking have a good rest of your night and be safe, and I love y'all.
You as well, man. Love you so much.
See ya.